Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Severance. This is Season 2, Episode 9. Last episode was a really good one, pretty much focusing exclusively on Mrs. Cobell as she kind of goes back to her hometown to find herself again and find her research and just, revisit that whole time and experience of her life. And we end the episode with Devin and Mark calling her. So presumably this episode, we're going to have them interact and potentially, figure out a path forward. She is in her revenge era. They obviously hate the company and want to save Gemma. So we're going to team up, and who knows what's going to happen with the rest of the crew, but I am excited to find out. So, before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. I also post reactions to Severance early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in that, definitely consider supporting. I probably have the season finale already up on Patreon, so definitely consider supporting. And then lastly, since we are coming to the end of Season 2 of Severance, leave your thoughts and comments and suggestions down below for what I should watch next. Should it be more of a nerdy focused property like Legend of Vox Machina? Should it be, a more completely opposite direction like Ginny and Georgia or The Summer I Turned Pretty or something random like that? I'm very, very open to what you guys think I should watch next. But without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Severance. She's got a nice house if this is her house. Father.
Father?
I wrote this show.
On a momentous day.
Yes. What you eat?
I'll watch.
You're just gonna watch her eat? You freak. Okay, hard-boiled egg.
We should take them raw.
What a weird thing to say. Why does he want her to eat eggs raw? Even their little house over there is in the shape of a raindrop.
Unveil. Eustace Huang.
Eustace Huang.
Today marks the end of your Wintertide Fellowship.
Your name is Eustace?
Congratulations. Your bed will be moved from your parents' home to the Gunnel Egan Empathy Center in Svalbard, where you will work to steward global reforms.
I thought I'd be finishing the quarter.
Nope. He wants you out of here ASAP.
A shuttle will pick you up at dusk. But first, lay the game on the table.
You don't get to play with your dumb game anymore.
The handbook requires that you mark this betterment with a material sacrifice.
Does it?
I have chosen your ring toss game as a proper totem.
Sad. Her one little source of joy. Is she gonna smash it with the head? Damn.
Again.
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 Poor kid.
I kissed your innie.
Beg pardon?
Beg pardon?
I saw your innie again at Lumen, and right before I left, We ended up kissing for about a minute.
That's what happens when you don't treat your wife like she's the goddess she is. Love your wife. Worship her daily.
What?
I'm sorry.
How? What the fuck? Like,
It's kind of like cheating on him, but
It
kind
didn't-
of also not.
what? It didn't mean anything?
I wasn't going to say that.
Wow. Yeah.
It did mean something.
This is so many fucking dimensions of fuck.
He reminds me of how you used to be.
Okay.
Dylan.
I'm gonna go to work and earn a paycheck to feed our children. And I'm gonna respectfully request that you don't follow me there and use my own body to fucking cheat on me.
This is a little bit of a valid crash out.
I don't know, maybe I just go quit. Maybe I go in and I quit and I just end his existence. How about that?
I wouldn't have told him. Would not have told him. He's not a great husband by any means, right? Like, he's got significant room for improvement. But his crash out there, pretty justified. Someone in his house?
Bert,
What are you doing here? Also, not a very good guard dog, Radar. Come on.
Goodman may have participated as a low-level lumen enforcer or goon. Lumen goon. That stings.
You think that low of me? A low-level enforcer?
We never used words like that.
I am the one who knocks.
That was before. I know now that I was wrong. I know you're not with them.
Oh, no, he is. Just not the way you think.
Would you go for a ride with me?
No. That's how we get killed.
I'm sorry.
That's how we get abducted.
Go for a ride with me.
Brother, we ain't trying to get disappeared. Man, I was really hoping this guy would have died from that plastic chair to the head. Still 96% Cold Harbor.
Yes,
It's 9 o'clock.
and
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Girl, why are you in such a rush? Yeah, that's an OG move, using the seatbelt
I'm sorry,
as
the
a
wind
pillow.
was whistling over the hole in the back of your skull, so I didn't
That's how
quite
you
get
know.
that. Did you just call it my plan?
You're a
fucking
real
mistake?
car trip veteran. Is this where we're meeting Miss Cobell?
Looks like she's not here yet.
No shit. You're the only car there.
Where's Mark?
Excuse me.
This is the second day in a row he's not here. Is he coming in?
Non-disclosure policy forbids.
Yeah.
He had a nosebleed before. Is he okay?
Why?
She's in love with him and she needs to know.
He's department chief.
Dylan is, in Mark's absence.
Kind of like you and Cobell. Replace one part with another.
Damn, just cogging the machine.
That's enough, Helly.
Don't you mean Helly E?
Helena Egan is my employer. You are my subordinate, and this behavior constitutes insubordination.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, no shit.
It's not like you can physically harm her.
Leave it open.
Yeah, you can't really tell her to do anything. Damn, we're going to see him again? This is ultra cheating.
I can't see you anymore.
No, hold on.
This is all my fault. I never should have come here.
Wait, Gretchen, my life started when you came here.
You have so much going for you.
No, I have nothing else. I have this, and I have fucking pencil erasers.
And waffle parties. Don't forget those.
Gretchen G.
Oh my God.
Brother.
I love you, and I know I'm just an innie, but I love you all the way I do. Gretchen, I made this for you. I can give you a life, please.
I made this for you. Gretchen. Hot Kool-Aid for you. She's gonna say no.
I'm so sorry.
Gretchen. Gretchen!
Damn, dude. This just sucks for both of them, honestly. He gets rejected, basically broken up with, and she no longer gets to see a good version of her husband. She just has to see the shitty version of him.
She's my wife.
She's not. Your wife. Because no one would treat someone they love the way she's treating you. Like all the Audis treat us. Like everything's for them.
Okay, well, what the fuck is there to do about it?
Revolution.
At the end of the day, we're still stuck down here with no lives and no family.
Irving was your family.
Dude.
And he left you a message. The black hallway. I don't know if he knew where it leads, but he thought it was important, and they convinced you to turn your back on him for some Audi woman you don't even know.
You know
Facts.
it's your fault we're down here at all, right?
Okay. Dylan.
No, it's not.
And if we're so different from our Audis, then how come we couldn't tell when you were gone?
She was really good at impersonating.
Mark couldn't.
But Irving could, and that matters. Someone could tell.
Hello, Mark.
Fancy seeing you here.
How are you?
Oh my God, so good. My wife's being held prisoner at Lumen, and I just got brain surgery in my basement. How have you been?
Well, she just visited home, so...
Yep, you want us to wait until the evening?
We don't even know if he's completed the file yet. I assume no.
What file?
Come on. You gotta give a little info.
Cold Harbor. And if you've completed it, well,
Then she's already gone.
Well, what?
she's already dead. Call Mr. Milch. Tell him you're unwell and won't be coming in today. Do it now.
See how he reacts.
Listen to me. Take a breath.
I can't. We can't
Mark,
do it.
There is literally no other option than to do what the fuck she says right now for Gemma.
Yeah, you kind of have to listen to her a little bit. It just sucks that she's not giving us any info. Exactly.
I never hurt anyone. One should know that.
Okay.
I drove people places. I didn't ask what happened to them once they got there.
So, just like what you're doing now?
Is that what today is?
He's resigning?
I'm sure you know this is very disappointing and reeks of ingratitude.
Okay.
Keycard.
I'm sorry, Dylan G. I should have facilitated better.
That's enough.
It's not your fault.
Miss Wong's a tough person to read. Because she has some empathy for him.
So this is tightening the leash.
But earlier, she considered them animals.
A most vital refiner missing in the wind. On what was to be Lumen's finest day. This is your fault.
I have followed protocol, Mr. Drummond. But I thank you for your remonstration.
A needlessly complex word for a simple idea. Apologize for the word.
Sir.
Apologize for the word.
I don't like Drummond. He's a butthole.
I apologize.
Shorter.
Mr. Drummond.
Again.
Devour feculence.
What? Eat? What is feculence?
It means eat shit, Mr. Drummond.
Damn. Damn, Milch.
What did you just say to me?
I am manager of the severed floor, which means two things. First, I am owed a measure of respect, even by my superiors. Second, and more obvious, that said floor comprises the whole of my jurisdiction. To put that monosyllabically,
To talk to you like you're an idiot.
What Mark Scout does when he is not at work. It's yours.
Facts. Facts. You're the one dropping the ball, Drummond, not him.
Mr. Scout, where are you?
Well, I was worried about these nosebleeds, so we drove to this clinic out in Soil Hill. You know, they wanted to do a few more tests.
Let me send a car. You are a priority employee and you should be under Lumen care. May I get your exact location?
I'm not sick. I just needed the day, okay?
May I ask why?
No, I just got life stuff.
Isn't that what Lumen's all about?
Balance?
That's true.
I mean, work is just work, right?
Do you know what I mean, Mr. Milch?
He doesn't. Work is everything to him at the moment, but he's reevaluating that. What's up with the iceberg?
I have your word. You report to work tomorrow?
You do, yeah. I'll be there. I promise.
Good. And thank you for calling.
Damn, Milchek was gonna cry. What is going on in Milchek's home life?
This line goes as far as you can go. I can't know where you get off, and you can never come back to Kier. Do you understand?
No. Will Lumen come after you?
No. He works for Lumen.
You asked me why I
Like
said
he's
that.
important.
I like the idea that I could be innocent. Again, part of me. But then, my innocent part fell in love with you.
I want to remember it.
Probably better we don't.
I've never been loved before.
Dang.
Really?
I have. How does it feel?
I don't know. Don't you want to know how it felt?
It's not possible.
He knows how it felt.
It's okay.
Just not with you.
I've never had this.
I know.
My whole life.
I know.
I want to. I want to have it.
Perfect.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
It's not gonna work.
I'm ready.
We can't. We can't. We can't.
Where's your dog? Oh, okay, he's got him. That's a bummer, man. I want him to be happy and feel loved. I am curious where he's gonna go. If he's still gonna be in the fight. Man, everyone just is not having a good time. It's a departure of multiple characters, as far as we know. Did Helly find the room? Or the hallway? Okay. I feel like we're just like, it's ramping up. Why don't you just take the paper with you? Who's here? Her dad.
You tricked me. My Helly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what? talking about the overtime contingency?
She's one of James. No one's to know. Miss Marshall White, 9th floor.
Specialties department.
I'm looking for a gold symbol.
Is that code?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Wait. What?
Don't worry about
You're
it.
fine. No. If you walk out that door, he's just gonna come right back in again.
What is this?
It's gonna be okay. You wanna walk with me? Sorry. Just come with me. You're good.
Just chill out, Mark. It's fine. We're gonna do some science here. Make her look like a supervillain.
Do you remember the last thing that you said to me?
She's alive.
She's alive.
She looks evil. Oh, God. Okay, what a seemingly, like, somber episode. Like, I feel like we said goodbye to a couple characters this time. And those goodbyes felt a little more final than previous episodes led us to believe they were, you know? Like, okay, let's talk about the three characters I'm referencing, 3/4. So, Irving, Dylan, Miss Huang, and Bert. Let's talk about Miss Huang first. So she gets, she's graduated, but she's basically being fired by Milch. Milch doesn't want her around anymore. But he's letting her know, hey, you graduated from your fellowship. You're now going to go off to some other place that Lumen has, and you're going to work there instead. And she's like, I don't even get to finish the quarter. And he's like, nope, see ya, smash your thing on the way out. Like, I feel so bad for her, right? She's a very interesting character because there are elements of her where you're like, wow, this is a kid. And that sucks. Like, everything about her working here sucks. And her being part of this fellowship sucks. And she simultaneously seems to have a lot of, like, empathy for them. Like, when Dylan's leaving and she's like, I'm sorry, Dylan G. Like, I should have facilitated better. Like, she's blaming herself for him resigning. And, there was like a hint of her about to cry in there, and she sounded like she had legit like empathy there. But then you contrast that with her previous scene being like, you know, you shouldn't let them have a funeral, it makes them feel like people. And it's like, okay, well, how do you actually feel about them, Miss Huang? Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's become more empathetic as it's gone on. Similar to Mr. Milchek, like, as the show has gone on, he has become more empathetic towards the innies and may have gotten radicalized in this episode. I don't even know, man. Like, it's so interesting. But yeah, they're kind of cutting back and forth between Dylan and Miss Huang and Irv as their storylines progress, right? So Miss Huang is getting on a shuttle. She's leaving because she graduated. Who knows what's going to happen with her going forward. His thing is so interesting. So his wife tells him in the kitchen, hey, I've been cheating on you with you. Right? Like, I made out with your innie and I prefer the way you used to be, right? Like, he reminds me of when we first started, basically. And, you know, like, I get it. She doesn't want to lie to him anymore. But his crash out, entirely justified. Like, Audi Dylan Audi Dillon may not be the best husband, right? He, over the years, has probably soured as an individual, right? Like, he's not the kindest towards her. He's not the most loving towards her. He definitely, like, the both of them definitely need to go to, like, couples therapy and, you know, see a marriage counselor. So, yeah, he's not the best husband. But if your wife tells you, one, even, hey, I'm cheating on you, like, totally justified to crash out, be like, what the fuck, like, what do you mean? And then couple that with, I'm not just cheating on you, I'm cheating on you with another version of you. Like, there is a version of you that I like better, and I am cheating on you with him. Like, that, like, it's, again, like, there's so many multitudes of feelings that probably go into that, because one, you know, you, like, someone used his body to cheat on him with, like, that's gotta feel violating, right? To have your body used for, even if it's like first base, it's, you know, your body was used for sexual purposes without your consent, like, that's violating. And then couple that with the fact that your wife is so dissatisfied with their marriage that she's cheating on you. And then, like, it's just like, I don't even know, man. Like, that's, yeah, his crash out was entirely valid. And him being like, I might quit and kill that guy. like that's, because that's the only solution. Right? Like, you can be mad at your wife, and you probably feel mad for the guy that's cheating with her, even though, you know, he doesn't, in a lot of cases, the other person doesn't know. But in this case, he does know. He's fully aware. And so he's like, I want to kill that guy. I might just quit. But then he doesn't quit. Any Dillon quits, which is insane. Like, because his wife goes back and is like, hey, I can't do this anymore because I want to stay married to my actual husband. So she's like, I can't see you anymore. It's not going to happen. Like, we're done. And he's like, what if I married you? He proposes to her. And I think that legitimately breaks her heart, because she is, in a way, in love with him, right? Because I don't think she fully has separated the two individuals, right? She's not necessarily seeing it as any Dillon is his own person and Audi Dillon is his own person. She kind of just sees it as any Dillon being a version of Audi Dillon that she knew. And she's just kind of like re-experiencing and re-falling in love with who he used to be. Which is a very interesting dynamic. Like, she's not necessarily considering him as a whole individual. She kind of sees them as one person. Just, you know, I don't even know. But yeah, he proposes, and I think it legit breaks her heart, because it's like, this is a declaration of love that she's probably wanted from her actual husband for a while. You know, to have someone love you that deeply, and outwardly and verbally and via action, that they are willing to propose to you. You know, she's been in her loveless marriage for so long. Like, it's probably legit heartbreaking that she has to tell him she is not going to marry him. And his like desperate, Gretchen! It's heartbreaking, but it was so funny. But like, it's, oh man, it sucks for him, because he's basically being like, I don't have a life other than you. Like, what? I have pencil erasers and finger traps? Like, fuck that. Like, that means nothing compared to, like, my relationship with you. I would rather die than lose you. And she leaves, and he immediately, like, puts in his resignation. He's like, even Helly is trying to be like, hey, you had a family down here. Like, that lady is not your only family. Irv was your family. Me and Mark were your family. Like, if you want to do something, you know, live up to what Irv thought you could live up to with this mission. And he's like, I'd rather die. And you know what? Valid. So he submits his resignation, and he's gonna bounce. He's gonna leave, and it's just like, it sucks, right? I don't want to lose Dylan. I want to see more of him. And then Irv, the third/fourth character, Irving and Bert. So Bert just shows up at Irv's house, and he's like, let's go for a drive, right? Which is immediately scary. Like, no, I'm not going for a drive with you. I know you work for a company that murders people. Like, I'm not gonna do that. And he's reading his notes, being like, he might be a low-level goon, and it's like, no. I mean, kind of, but no. Like, turns out he didn't hurt anyone. He just drove them to the places where they would be hurt. Right? He was just a chauffeur for murder. So he's slightly blameless there. But he still actively participated, right? Like, he still views himself as not innocent, even if he didn't actually do the harming. But yeah, he was probably told, like, hey, you got to take care of him, take him out, get him out of the picture. And he chose the most humane way of doing it, where he's like, hey, you just have to leave. Like, I'm going to get you a train ticket. You can take your dog. Just get out of town and don't ever come back. And that sucks, right? Because Irv is standing there being like, hey, man, like, I've never been loved before. And I'm ready to be loved. Like, it's like, oh. Like, that's heartbreaking, and I relate to that on a real level. Like, other than like immediate family, I don't think I've ever been loved before, like real love. And so Irv desperately trying to shoot his shot at the end there, being like, I'm ready. Like, if we're gonna send me on a train, like, come with me. Right? And Bert he can't commit. He won't do it, which sucks. It sucks. And so Irv is getting on a train to go bye-bye. Who knows if we'll ever see him again. I hope we do, because, like, there's still things that are happening surrounding him. Like, he has his own whole investigation that he's been doing, and there was somebody that he was talking on the phone with. We never learned who that was. So, like, what the frick is going on? Like, I don't know. That's just, like, that's confusing. And we've really only seen Bert, for the most part, in relation with Irv. So, like, if Irv is leaving as a character, then I assume Bert would also be leaving as a character. Because, like, are we just going to see him interact with other people? No. That sounds dumb. So, yeah. Who else? Let's talk about Milchek. Milchek's episode was very interesting. So Mark obviously has not been to work, and he's not completing the file, and so Drummond is yelling at Milchek, being like, hey, this is your fault. Like, that he's not done yet, and it's your fault that he's not here. And Milchek is like, hey, man, like, how is this my fault? And he keeps telling him to apologize in shorter verbiage, and he's like, eventually he's like, you know what, I've had enough. Devour feculence. Drummond is like, what does that mean? I picked up the first word of devour, but I didn't know what feculence meant. And his little mini crash out there where he's like, it means eat shit, Mr. Drummond. Like, that was chef's kiss. Like, it was so good. I loved that. And him being like, let me put it monosyllabically for you. It's not my fault what happens to Mark outside of the severed floor. I'm in charge of the severed floor and the severed floor only. It's your fault what happens outside. Right? Milchek has essentially been like a all-encompassing, corporate employee for the last however many months / years. Especially when Cobell was in charge of the floor, like, he did not have work-life balance. Like, there was never a time where he wasn't on duty doing something for the company. And so he had a interesting moment later on when Mark calls him and he's like, yeah, I had a life thing. Like, I'm not coming in today. It's just a thing that happens sometimes, right? You know, work-life balance, Milchek. You understand what I mean. And Milchek, like, starts to, like, cry. And he's looking at this iceberg. And I think in that moment he's realizing, I don't have work-life balance. There is, I mean, and especially, like, when you think of, like, an iceberg, right? You see the tip of the iceberg. And, like, 85% of the iceberg is underwater. And I wonder if Milchek, like, that could be interpreted two ways. It could be Milchek realizing, like, hey, I am so much more than this employee at work. Like, there's so much more about me that I just haven't been accessing and haven't had balance for. And, like, he wants to get in touch with that, you know, underwater side of him. Or he could be looking at that iceberg and being like, there's nothing else. It's just me, the employee. And maybe he wants to figure out, like, is there more to the iceberg, you know, underwater? And he starts, like, crying. And he's like, yeah, as long as you come in tomorrow, it's fine. It's just so curious. Like, Milchek is such an interesting character. You know, season 1, he starts out as this employee who, you know, just does what he's supposed to all the time, follows the company line no matter what. And, you know, in turn has the employees follow that company line as well. And seeing over the course of the last 2 seasons him have that corporate loyalty slowly chipped away as he realizes the company doesn't care about him, it doesn't treat him well. If he died, they wouldn't care. Like, they are taking advantage of him, disrespecting him, you know, and he's realizing, like, I'm giving my entire life to this company for what? Like, I'm getting nothing out of this. And it might lead to a larger rebellion on his part, which is going to be really interesting to see if that happens next episode or if that happens next season. Helly had a really interesting episode. So she, right away, first thing we see, she's swimming in a giant pool, and then she eats 1 hard-boiled egg. Like, that's her whole breakfast. I don't know what she eats for lunch, but, like, makes sense that her Innie's always in a bad mood because she has no sustenance to, you know, sustain herself on. Just the worst eating habits possible. But her, okay, so she lives with her dad, James Egan, like the creepiest individual alive. And she's like, are you gonna eat? And he's like, no, I'll just watch. It's like, excuse me? Do you not eat food? What's up with you? You look like you don't eat food. But she's eating this hard-boiled egg, and he's like, I wish you would take it raw. Excuse me? Like, what a freaky thing to say. Is that because he wants her to be more like the founder, like Keir Egan or James Egan or whatever? Like, is he the one? I think episode 1, when they ask, like, what is Mr. Egan's favorite breakfast? I think they're talking about James Egan. And, like, his favorite breakfast was 3 raw eggs in the morning. Like, and he wants her to be more like that, either more similar to him or more similar to Keir Egan, the founder. Like, that's just weird. Like, but, like, the way he said it was just the most unsettling thing possible. I wish you would take them raw. Ugh. Couple that with later on in the episode when they're going to that birthing retreat, and Cobell's like, oh, she's one of James, which means that he has a history of impregnating women and taking them to this retreat to have their babies. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. And it also means that Helly potentially is not an only child. Like, I guess we've never seen Helly's mom. Was Helly's mom also just like an employee that James Egan took advantage of, or is she like actually a real person? a real person, like an important person to the company. That's curious. But, and also Cobell has like full knowledge of these things happening, which is equally bad. Like, so this has happened a lot, and there's a specific code phrase that she tells the person to like activate the severedness of the freaking cabin. Like, that was weird. And then while Helly is inside trying to memorize the directions, he just appears. I don't know, he just appears out of nowhere, and I think he came up from the testing floor, but he shows up and he's like, "My Helly, you tricked me." It's like, you freak, I hope you die. Like, someone kick him into a fire. I hate that man. He's just the worst person I've ever seen in my life. I hate him so much. Even Helly. Helly turns around and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, what are you doing here, man? Like, just the very sight of him is like, get out of my face. So, yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens to her by his hands. That would, I don't even know, man. But, yeah, then the one of the bigger parts of the episode and how the episode ends is with Mark and Miss Cobell and Dylan. So they're going to meet with Miss Cobell because obviously, like, shit's been happening and they need answers. You know, they need to find a way to get in there, save his wife, and get out. And Miss Cobell seemingly will have the answers. And they meet with her in the woods, and she's like, "How are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm doing great." Like, oh my god, so good. He's just being an asshole. Like, obviously he's not doing well. Like, his wife is in prison and he has a hole in his skull. Like, come on, Cobell. Like, what are you thinking? And she doesn't want to give any answers. Like, her and Ragabi both. Like, anytime Mark and Dylan ask questions, they're just like, "I don't know." Like, I could tell you the answer. I have the answer. But if I told you, then you would just know too much. And it's like, well, you suck. Just tell us the info. Like, it's pissing me off. The only thing she does tell them is like, "Hey, you need to find out if you completed that file or not, because if you did complete the file, then this is all pointless and Gemma's already dead. But if you haven't completed the file yet, then we can still save her." But yeah, then she takes him to the birthing retreat, and Mark goes up the stairs, and Miss Cobell looks like a straight, super villain. Right, the fireplace behind her, and she's just like looking with hatred in her eyes, and it's like, brother, like, if you're trying to get him to trust you, like, try not to look like a megalomaniac supervillain. Like, just come on now. But yeah, I don't know, this was a really solid episode, and I'm really looking forward to what happens in the finale. It's also going to be really crazy to reach the point where everyone else is at and like have all the same info as everyone else. Like, no one is gonna be ahead of me. That's crazy. Dang, yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I gotta say. This one though, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. I also post reactions to Severance early on Patreon, and I will probably have the finale up on Patreon as you're watching this. So if you want to see the finale already, consider subscribing. Your support there would mean the world. But other than that, yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comments below again, and then if you have suggestions for what I should watch next, comment that as well. Other than that though, I think that's all I got. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.